And so just getting back to the local market, we definitely have a reluctance to jump ahead of the game in terms of adopting first. We definitely see that. However, when when the adoption starts, there's a bit of a waterfall effect that everybody jumps on board. What are the use cases, Anthony, that you see that that people can resonate with to start? Where do you start? What's the first?
It's a really good question, and a lot of it is market dependent sometimes. So what we find in a lot of new markets that we're penetrating, it will start often with the use case around MPLS replacement, and that's really built around cost as a factor. But it's more so around customers who are running MPLS networks can't get the visibility they need. And they also don't have any agility because, commonly the large telecommunication providers are running these contracts and it takes quite a while to get a change made and it's very, very hard to get visibility. So with the Cato platform, they can move to a couple of disparate direct internet circuits for any sites. They've got full redundancy. In the Cato model, you can run HA at pretty much the same cost as well. And you get the visibility on your circuits then as well, because we can see into our socket and the stats on the links are there and customers can, prioritize links for different traffic or whatever. So that would probably, that SD-WAN over private backbone would probably be the entry-level use case that would be in a new market. Yeah. And then I suppose the next one then typically would be firewall consolidation across multiple edge locations. So a lot of customers would have a pair of firewalls or a single firewall in each of their offices, but they're having to patch those firewalls, they're having to upgrade them, they go end of life. The sustainment model around that physical hardware on sites, it's a really heavy overhead for customers. So again, that's probably the next sort of use case. And then I suppose things like zero trust initiatives. My hybrid workforce, I want them to work from anywhere, any geography in the world. I want to get the same performance, the same experience, the same security policy, the same network policy. So that's, again, a big one. And I suppose the last one that brings it all together then is large cloud migration projects. Okay. And they're typically, to Raman's point earlier, and Cato coexists really, really well with existing legacy technologies because we understand that there's no such thing as a greenfield site out there. So typically what we're trying to do is say, hey, Mr. Customer, what is the business trying to achieve here? And we'll deliver that business outcome. And really what we want then, we talked about, teams getting under pressure. It's hard to get skilled resources, stuff like that. What we want is, the IT teams in these organizations to be concentrating on IT projects that give the business an advantage. And we want to run the network and a secure network and let them forget about it pretty much and then just consume the output from that. And that's the sort of that's the raison d'etre, if you will, of Cato, is bringing that Fortune 100 tech stack to any customer wherever they are globally.
And those would kind of be the technical use cases, right? But then we have what we call business use cases. So when we speak to CIOs, they're looking for a business outcome, right? That's all they care about. That's what they have to report to their board. That's what they're looking for. So whatever tech sits under that, it is important to them, but the business outcome is the most important. So when we look at what CIOs are looking for, it's this triangle of user experience. This is the number one thing on the CIO's agenda. How can I do all of this and have great user experience? Exactly, no matter where my users are, be that internal users, external users, be that their clients. How can I de-risk change? Because change is difficult. And so when I make that change, there's no risk to the business, or de-risking change when I'm making that change. And then doing that without giving up on security. So, you can deliver good user experience, but if it's not secure, you have a problem. So they have to also focus on making sure that it is secure, it's reliable, and they continue doing that as they go because they're under a lot of pressure with the board on a security perspective and on a performance perspective. So when we speak to CIOs, those are the three key things that they always talk about. And then how we deliver that, we go down to his organization and we start talking about those use cases and how we can actually fit in that organization. We don't always have to go big bang. We can do it in piecemeal and do a transition quickly, or we can do it over a few years, which is why the platform is built in a modular fashion so that they can start consuming more and more from our platform as they go when they feel comfortable, or when a use case actually arises within the business, right? So, but the key thing what we want to deliver is that they can be agile about doing that, and delivering that with agility is really key. I think Anthony and I have been in the industry for a while, and before projects of change were 2-3 years, a long decision-making process, getting rid of technology. We're seeing that actually decisions are being made really late now in the game, where they're maybe 6 months away from a renewal or an end of life, and they can actually go and make that change within 6 months. And that's great because it takes the heat off a lot of the tech leaders within these companies of saying, okay, I have time for this, and if I can deliver very quickly, there's no stress here. So we're helping those teams actually achieve what they need with less resources and less time to actually go and deliver that.